Good morning, Vande Matram. Welcome all of you. So this morning we are going to discuss an important topic on rebirth, and the caption will be animals and the process of rebirth. From there we'll start. So the beginning of the point of discussion will be on animals and the process of rebirth. Sometimes, not sometimes, many times, and again the question is shift. The question is being asked by many people, not only from our our sphere, with from our disciples, but there are many tangled, many cornered questions that is put forward by many in the process of query. Once suppose this man, the soul has taken the birth in form of a man, is there any retrogression and regard or any of course then any downward movement, means the soul will come down from the process of birth? That is what retardation, retrogression, that is the question being frequently asked to us, and of course we will find the answer from Sri Aurobindo. This definitely the soul never comes down. Again, another question also simultaneously asked. Once this process of development for the psychic being once is registered, it has developed or elevated. The process of it has gained some experiences. Then what next? Is there any possibility that this psychic birth will be in a lower scale, lower format, or it will get elevated? That is the question of this discussion, and many people keep asking the question in that same format. Anyway, will know. Definitely, maybe there is retrogression and there is retardation in the part of the vital, but definitely not in the part of the psychic being. Second question, man, once you have registered the birth of a man, then naturally you will never come down to the below the level of the man. But thing is, the part of the vital which possesses lots of greed before death, or it is having some sexual impulses or instincts that is unfulfilled. Maybe part of the vital will come down and take birth as a in some animal homes, and it has to fulfill, it has to take birth in the form of some animals like dogs or pigs, and later it has to, this vital has to be fulfilled, and it has to go back to the original vital level. That is the phenomenon for the process of rebirth. Now we'll read something directly from Sri Aurobindo. Sri Aurobindo quotes here: the soul in the animal evolves its manifestation to the point at which it can pass from expression in animal to the expression of the human consciousness. That is always a process of evolution. Now, so I will quote it again very interestingly. The soul in the animal, it is everywhere present. Soul in the animals evolves its manifestation. There is evolution, and this manifestation evolves in its manifestation at the point, to a point at which it can pass from the expression of it in animal to the expression in human consciousness. There is always the process of evolution, it has to go forward. Again, the beautiful topic, that is what the people are mostly interested to know. It is when the vital gets broken up. That's what we know in the process of in the beginning of the at the immediately after death, the body gets dissolved first in panchabhuta, it gets mingled, broken up. Then comes the story of the vital. Still, I mean, the quotes is dangerous, dreadful, like this. The terms have been used by Sri Aurobindo frequently. So here, the vital gets broken up. Some strong movement of it like vital instincts. How will rectify? How will be on to identify the instincts like desires or greeds? Many participate themselves into the animal forms. That is the most desirable, most vital part of the story that has to be discussed, and that has to be noted very interestingly. Or exclusively, it is open to all. Almost everybody should know. While death or before death in the past life, there are some instincts like greeds, desires. So these people, how they are fulfilled and how they are assimilated, or how they are met with the next birth. That is what Sri Aurobindo tries to quote. May participate, desires, greeds may participate themselves into animal forms. Like example, giving example, sexual desire with the part of the vital circumstance consciousness. In the vital desire consciousness, some instincts like sexual desire or something, then it is under its control, the control the frequent growth into the dog, or some habitual movement of the excessive greed in the previous birth, before death, may carry the part of the vital consciousness into a peak. So just imagine how the reality is there. Initially, I will try to sexual desire with the part of the vital consciousness. Sexual desire, which is actually blossoming or sprouting in the vital consciousness, under its control into the dog. That is the part of the vital being comes into the womb of the dog. It actually takes the birth of it like a dog and fulfills, and then it has to come back. Some habitual movement of excessive greed carrying the each part of the vital consciousness into the peak. So animals represent the vital consciousness with a mind involved in the vital. That is a great of things Sri Aurobindo has quoted. So that naturally there are such things would be gravitate for satisfaction. Again, I will go for the few things that are really interesting to know. So how this connection from life to life, this previously we have taken many lives and we have reached here this life, and afterwards also we are proceeding towards the other lives also during the course. There is a vital connection generally. This connection, there is a vital connection generally. The psyche is comparatively rare. This connection is almost a vital connection, not a psychic. It is something in the past life usually that determines this connection in this one, in this life. But the connection in the life is seldom the same as that of the past which determined it. So that is the point to be noted. The connection, the vital connection in this life is seldom the same, never the same, almost no, seldom the same as that of the past which determined it. Because past life determined this one, but actually there is a seldom this connection is seldom. So again, there is a beautiful question that is put forward by people. What about the lines of sex? Suppose somebody in this birth is with a masculine gender, or somebody having a feminine gender. What about the next birth? Still in the course, it is beautifully that the same line of course, line of sex is predominant. Almost that is the thing. That is the way the same line of sex in the rebirth means masculine characters, they will take birth as masculines, and the feminine they will follow the feminine or female gender. But there is an exception in the case of Shikhandi, who was Ambi in the past birth a lady, but with the blessings and the grace of the Lord Maheshwara, Lord Shiva. So she was converted to almost into is a masculine gender, Shikhandi, for who was instrumental for the downfall of Bhishma. So here, Sri Aurobindo quotes, as far as I know, the birds follow usually one line of sex or other and don't alternate. So Indian tradition also, Sri Aurobindo quotes, this is purposeful exception in the case of like Shikhandi. So again we will go about the Asuric birds. That is the term Sri Aurobindo quotes in. This is about Asurisu. It cannot be possible mean animal. But thing is that in Gita we get the glimpse as Sri Aurobindo describes that precise terms, and it has been meant animal. It would have to said animal and not Asuric. Anyway, as per the punishment, the Asuric men go down into the nature to more depths of their Asurism till they touch down, and the nature more depths of the Asurism till they touch bottom as it were. So this is the condition. Asuric men go down to the nature into the depths, more depths of Asurism till they touch the bottom, and the latter what happened, natural result of their uncontrolled tendencies, they freely indulge without any effort to rise out of them. That is the problem, and they got. And the thing is that Sri Aurobindo quotes in takes some gifts, some gist from Gita. In Gita, the divine has been regarded as the control of the whole cosmic action through the nature. I cast, that's what Sri Krishna says, I cast harmony with this idea. So again, the world is a mechanism of nature as Sri Aurobindo quotes. The world is a mechanism of nature, but the mechanism regulated by the presence of the divine. So again, we are going remembering past lives. So what is the again how we are remembering? Many times we remember, we feel, we just take some glimpse, we just take some idea. This is our past life. Sri Aurobindo feels this is a romantic description, and of course, Sri Aurobindo quotes the ideas of the past lives are not experiences, not experiences. They are mental formations, trying to give the name and form to something that is true. But you must not attach the importance to the forms of the mind that gives it, because in yoga that is nowhere helpful. Even if you are getting some glimpse, that is all are mental, nothing relates to the experiences. The truth is that there was a connection in the past lives, but the forms given by the mind is likely mistaken. That forbids, actually, that mistakes you. Again, here in the course, it is not the ego, but the inner being, not the ego of the vital, or it is the inner being that remembers the past lives. The inner being, as a rule, perfectly detaches itself from them, not actually advisable. Against your in the course on importance of the past life experience in yoga, it is no way helpful. Then Sri Aurobindo here quotes beautifully that the what is the remembered of the remembering past lives. It is the nature of the personality and the subtle result of the life experience, that is for mainly due to past lives, the nature of the personality and the subtle result of the past experience. Names, events, physical details are remembered only under the exceptional circumstances. Three things: names, events, and the physical details of the past lives remembered only in the exceptional circumstances are not of very minor importance here in the course. It is having very minor importance. So against Sri Aurobindo quotes, of course, there is rebirth, no doubt of it. There is rebirth, but to establish that one such a one reborn, so one is such a reborn, a deeper experience is necessary to know the rebirth, the past lives, everything. A deeper experience and inner experience is required, not the mere mental intuition, which easily create some error. Against Sri Aurobindo quotes, it is better not to think of the past life just now. Sri Aurobindo categorically rejects. It is better not to think of the past lives just now. The mind and vital not properly prepared. Mind and vital are not probably become active and with things that are not true. Against here in the quotes about the traditional Indian ideas about rebirth and other things. Again, we find the divine will, the general divine will in the universe is for the progressive manifestation of the universe. But in a general will, it admits the withdrawal of the individual soul that are not ready for the to persevere in the world. So this again we'll find some important things while discussing the point of discussion here now. Already we have a few quoted few lines and few things. Beings of the, what about the beings of the higher planes? It is always possible for the beings of the higher planes to take birth on earth. Possible, they can take birth. That it is possible. In that case, they create a mind or vital for themselves. For taking birth, they create a mind or vital for themselves, or else they join the mind and vital or body which is already prepared under their influence. They directly they choose, or they have sent beings for the preparation on the earth. So there is indeed many ways, not one only, in which they can manifest here. Again, will be fragment of a dead person. That is actually fragment. What about the fragment? It is so steering the course nicely. The fragment of the dead person are not of the inner being which goes his way to the psychic world, but it is the vital seed that falls away. Vital seed falls away, but the psychic that goes to the psychic world for rest and for assimilation and for preparation and of the to actually analysis of the experiences what it has taken It has to choose which has to be taken the further birth and which has to be thrown off, and how much to be taken and how much to be reserved for the latter part of time. So these can join the birth, on birth the vital in of some jiva who is being born, or they can be used by the vital being to enter into the body in process of birth, and partly the process possess it in the satisfaction of the propensities. So this junction can also take place after birth also. Again, we find the lines of force of the consciousness. That's why also Sri Aurobindo has categorically described in a very nice way. But after all, it is the line of consciousness and not the personality that reincarnates. The personality only for the one life. Difference between personality and the consciousness, line of consciousness and the personality. The personality is only for the one life, so it does not bind through it to influence the certain points of the present life. So personality is confined to a new life, but development of consciousness, it plays a great role really, that is no doubt of it. So initially, before to conclude, for most people when they die, the vital reserves at the time, it is not a satisfactorily as it is not sufficiently formed to be immortal. So the soul descending makes new vital formation suitable for new life. Again, the physical always deserves. In each life, it gets new physical formation. To preserve the same physical would mean physical immortality. Again, subconscient is an instrument of the physical life and disappear after death. So these are the scenario we know, we form and we find. So these are the thing already we can quote Sri Aurobindo. Mind and vital alter to take new significances. Body is summed the drips of numberless births, but spirit to the spirit is the same. Thank you. Vande Mataram.